Welcome. This is 124 part 2. So here's what we did last time. Check the other video, but we made a maze with walls and doors and randomized their positions. It was an hour. That was pretty gross. Sorry, but I just had to do it to explain it all. This video should be shorter, and we're going to be adding runners to this maze. So basically, something to go through the maze, right? So there's some optimizations into my maze right here you could do so we don't have weird doors randomly in like floating out there. You want to do that to yours? Go for it. And try it out. But I'm going to stick with what I got here just for simplicity's sake. And so first step, I'm on step 23 of the lesson right here. We're adding the runner here. So make sure you save a new version. So I actually been saving in Replit. These are kind of my steps to my program. Well, I didn't do a few of them, but I should have if I was thinking ahead of time. So this is my with the function efficiency at the very end. That's what it looks like. So this, I suggest saving versions this way kind of works in Replit. And what you do is you just do new file and then I'll just call it whatever version, whatever .py and copy and paste. Whenever you're running, it'll always run the main file. So if you ever want to like test these out, you have to copy and paste the old code over if you want to, or you can just make new replets, whatever you want to do. This seems to be easy for me, just to be able to reference stuff, but your call. Uh, Adding the runner. So first thing we want to do is we want to make that speed kind of fast. It's a little slow drawing that turtle. So the walls, so I'm going to go walls. Let's check the speed. You go speed. The max speed will be at 0. Notice it goes 1 to 10 is your speeds, where 1 is actually the slowest and 10's the fastest, I think, but also 0 is the fastest. Why? Sure. I don't know. That's just how it is. So 1 is the slowest, 0 is the fastest. Also 10 or 9 is the fastest. I don't know. You can look up stuff in the turtle documentation. I have a link to that in my commands, which are linked in this video. Now you've drawn, so it's faster. Great. Render a new turtle. So we're going to add a new turtle. This is going to be the runner. I'll call this the maze runner. And it's going to be a new turtle. It's going to be turtle, just like I did with walls up here. All right, I'm going to call it like that. So just to make sure it appears on the screen, let's see what it does. If I run this again, that is my maze runner. Cool. Now, I probably don't want to have him on the screen. You know what? I'll have him on the screen. I was going to hide him, but why not? I'll leave him right there. Now let's hide it. Maze runner dot hide turtle. I don't want to see it at the start. So I'll run it again. Now, what we want to do is, this is step 26. We want to add some keys to change the direction of the turtle. So up, down, left, and right. We're actually going to create functions that just move that turtle in those directions. So I'm going to hide the turtle while it's drawing. I'm actually, after the end of all this, I want to go to maze runner.show turtle. Just I want to see it after it's all drawn, right? So we're going to add some functions that will move that turtle. So we're going to go define it. Then we're going to go, I'm going to go runner down. And let's see. And then so when you make it go down, I just want it to face down. So I'm following the rules for this. So runner down. So I'm going to, how do you change something to face down? You set the heading. So that's set heading. So, try this yourself. I think this part, first half, the second half of this lesson is not as bad. 270 degrees. And then I'm going to go every direction, right? So we're going to go runner up. And to go up, you would go 90 degrees. And then we're going to go, let's go left. Would go, you hold down shift using arrows if you want to select multiple things like that. Hold down shift. And then I'm copying and pasting. I use N to go to the end. And then this is going to be right, 0 degrees. right. Sweet. Excellent. So that should be setting those. Now, we want those to happen when we press buttons up, down, left, and right. So you have to use the keyboard press. You might be like, how do I do that again? I forgot too. So I'm going to go back to my 1, 2, 3 lesson. That's why you want to save these because I don't remember. So we did the apples. And remember, we do the on key press, the listens. So I'm going to paste those, copy paste. Oh, remember they have to be after this WN gets started. So it was weird because like this was at the start of the code and those other ones, but now it's at the end. I don't know. So runner down, and we can hit, you know what you do? You down arrow, you just go, I think go down. You just type down. And then you go runner up and go copy. I think these just do the up and down arrows. Say runner right. It's gonna right. I think it has to be capitalized too. And left should be left. So it should face, and then we have the listen going, right? So now let's see what happens. So if you use the arrow keys on your keyboard, and if I hit now make sure your cursor's not in here, you gotta be in here. And notice my turtle is moving. It kind of rotates weird too. I mean, just you get the movement of it rotating, and there it goes. Now, left, right, up, down. Cool. All right. So here's the thing. Who uses the arrow keys to go up, down, left, and right? It's WASD. WASD. D. You want to do arrows, fine. No one does that. There you go. That feels a lot better to me. All right. Now, so that's 26, right? And they tell you, okay, blah, blah. Test and maze runner now returns it. Okay. So now in 28, we want to move. So they want to define a move function. Okay. So we're going to define a new function called define runner move. And they set, so they have the code in here. Set amount and go maze runner dot forward amount. Okay. There's a problem with this, and I will show you. Now it wants to make, you go to 29, says make your turtle move when you press G for go. Okay. Now 29 says call move runner 1 from on press. And so it's saying, okay, so you do WN dot on key press, and you go move runner 1 on G. You might be like, a runner move. I called it runner move. Someone called it that, whatever. Now, and it moves forward 1 pixel, right? That's what it should do. Every time I hit G, it moves forward 1 pixel. Okay, so there you go. And so I hit G, and it doesn't move. So I remember something, and I think the lesson is wrong here. Remember when you do on key presses? We learned last time you can't have arguments in the function. You can't do that. So this whole thing, because I was frustrated because of that. Maybe if someone knows how to do this, I think you have to do it this way, and then you set that to 1. That's so gross. And then, so if you go G, now it moves. This is so fun. And then you go up. What's cool is if you're moving while it turns, you don't really see it because it's only 1 at a time. So that's really annoying. Okay, so if you want to maybe move faster, we can set it to 5. But it can't do this. In fact, I was looking it up because I did the lesson before this. I was like, oh man, now it moves faster. So watch this. You go G, and if you click fast enough, it actually like round the curves because actually it's moving as it's trying to turn, right? So what if I go back up? Isn't that crazy? You just gotta go fast enough. Whatever. But you can't do that. So I looked in here. I was like, on key press, right? On key press says a function with no arguments or none. You can't use one with arguments. I looked at the answers and they're doing exactly what I just did. So I'm right. You can't do it this way. You can't put a parameter up there. I think that was just a mistake in the lesson. So go ahead and fix that. Test your program. So try this out. Did the runners moving forward? I changed that to 5, or if you want to keep it as 1, try different values. You want to move faster. And then you can, okay. Yeah, that is the value the parameter gets. Okay, no, whatever. They start saying some things in there, blah, blah, blah. So we can customize our maze runner a little bit, right? Okay, so it's just doing this. I don't like that you have, like, if you're playing a maze game, you just hit WASD to move, not to rotate. That's stupid. I wouldn't do a game this way, but here we go. We can change things. In step 32, they tell you to add the shape, to change the shape of your turtle, but they kind of say do a shape equals. And what they're trying to say is you can set your shape right here in step 5, where I set, no, not that one. Like walls, I can go shape equals, and then, different shapes that are available. What are they available for turtles? We have, I think I wrote it in a list in here somewhere. Maybe, come on, come on. Don't I have it somewhere? I got it. Turtle types. There you go. We could go like triangle. Oh, we can be an actual turtle. Let's do that. That'd be fun. So we can go turtle. And so you can make an actual turtle. Now, oh, is it not that? Oh, you have to do lowercase? Yeah, you have to do lowercase. Okay, now I made an actual turtle. And you might be like, oh, that's kind of big for my maze too. Um, or you could, so you don't have to do it this way. You can also, if you remember, you can go turtle.shape to set that. So you can do it when you create the turtle this way, or you can just do like maze runner.shape later on. That's a little big, so maze runner dot, how do I do turtle size? Is it called turtle size or is it called size? So I'm gonna look at my sheet. No, let's keep going. Turtle size or shape size. They both work. I'm gonna go turtle size. I'm actually gonna make it a 1. See what that does. That's too big. There's other things you can do. You might want to change the color. Oh, okay, I think that's the default. So I'm gonna change it half that size, 0.5. Decimal should work. Oh wow. All right. I think that'll work. Yeah, it's smaller. I like that. Now you might want to change the color. So I'm gonna go maze runner dot color. Maybe I make it blue or I don't know, teal. I like teal. It'll show up better. Okay. Yep. All right. Now if I go, keep hitting G, and you might not want it to have a trail as it's trying to go through your maze. Maybe I need to make my doors bigger. Whatever. So you're kind of making a game here, right? Oh, cool. What are some other things you can do? Um, Improve your program. You might find your maze difficult to navigate. The path is small. Your runners rendered directly over a wall. So, so does not render up. Place the turtle in initial locations. Does not render on a wall. Mine doesn't. It's just in the middle. You did your code might have it render it at a spot that's in the middle of a wall. Then just do a go to or something. You know how to do this at this point. Make the path. Maybe you knew. Make the path wider. Maybe your paths are too small. Or your doors are too small. But the great thing, I can go to my doors and I say, oh, I don't like my doors being that small. Now they're 20. Sure. Now I would say, oh, so that works out, right? Now, gotta be careful a little bit because you remember how we make it too big. Some of these levels aren't going to work. Like you might have to watch out. Maybe you don't do doors the first too big. If it's too big, you end up like bleeding over the walls. Like we've had those issues, right? So gotta be careful. But maybe I want my doors bigger. Sure. I think 20 doesn't hurt it. But render it and see if it goes. You might have to like change some other, or you might have to say, oh, no doors for the first two walls or something, depending on how you made it. Uh, so if your maze is now larger, yeah, you might have to reduce your walls, navigate through the maze, save the program. Maybe you don't want it to draw your lines. Okay, I hate hitting G. So no one plays a game like this. So I'm going to change this. So at this point, your teacher might give you options of other things to do with you might put a timer on, you might have a restart options. I'm not going to do all those in this video, but I'm going to make the change that I want to do in this, which is I don't like using G to move. That's stupid. Um, I'm going to make it, you know what I'm going to do? I can just have each of these functions call a run or move after it. Wonder if that'll work. I wonder if that'll just work. Maybe this works for me. I don't like that it takes forever to turn to, but if you remember that tracing we turned on and off, that might be one way to make that work. I can turn tracing on and off. Oh wait, I click in here. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I would turn tracing on and off. Oops. Wait. Oh, it doesn't go left. Okay, I was thinking left as the turtle looks, right? No, that feels a lot better to me. Although sometimes I kind of want to be like, if I go left, is it the turtle's left or is it my left? It's my left. Maybe I want the turtle's left. Depends how you think on how you're making your game. That would change a lot of this code though. So I feel better. I think you can try to do things. I mean, one thing you can't do in this code is you can't really do collision detection if it hits a wall. That's kind of beyond this for now. Or I don't even know. I don't think there's even any collision detection in turtles. Like, can you detect like what color it's standing on, right? Or what color the surface is? Not really. And even like how we did turtle collision last time, we just checked their positions of the turtles to see if they overlapped. And that's how we stopped them in that one game thing where they're moving from both sides, hitting each other. Boom, right? So that's the kind of stuff you can do with turtles. I mean, if you have questions, you can post them in the comment section, send an email, or ask it if you want to try to do something else. But I think this is good for you to try. And at this point, there you go. That's how I would do a maze. See you next time.